Ask her these 6 questions. She'll be impressed. You've probably found yourself in a conversation that felt forced, awkward, or just plain dull. You want to connect with her on a deeper level, but the right words don't come out. And before you know it, the moment's gone. Sound familiar? Here's the thing, it's not your fault. Most people never learn how to ask the types of questions that actually lead to meaningful conversations. That's where this video flips the script. By the time we're done here, you'll have 6 smart, engaging questions that will set you apart from the rest. These aren't the usual, what's your favorite color kind of questions. These are questions that make her stop, think, and feel genuinely interested in you. They show that you're thoughtful, curious, and worth getting to know. Because let's face it, how often do you get the chance to really leave a lasting impression just by asking the right thing at the right time? This is your opportunity to create a moment that sticks in her memory long after the conversation ends. And once you get the hang of these questions, you'll find that deep connections come easier and feel a lot more natural. Welcome to Behavior Insight, your go to channel for real, relatable advice on love, dating, and building meaningful relationships. 1. What's your story? This question might seem simple, but Lesson 1 carries incredible depth. It's not just small talk, it's an invitation. When you ask a woman this, you're giving her space to share what actually matters to her. You're saying, I want to know the real you, not just the version most people see. It's a powerful shift away from the standard, what do you do for work? Or where are you from? Type of questions that feel more like a checklist than genuine interest. What's your story? Invites her to take the conversation in any direction that feels personal and authentic. Maybe she tells you about her upbringing, her travels, the lessons she's learned, or a dream she's chasing. Whatever she shares, it'll likely reveal her values, struggles, and strengths. And that's exactly what creates connection, understanding who someone is underneath the surface. But asking this question is only half the magic. The other half is in how you listen. You have to really be present. Don't interrupt. Don't think about what you're going to say next. Just listen. Pay attention to the tone in her voice, the excitement or hesitation in her words. Ask thoughtful follow up questions like, what was that like for you? Or how did that change you? A guy I know asked this on a first date. The conversation went from casual to meaningful within minutes. She ended up telling him about how she transitioned from corporate life to starting her own wellness brand. That question led to a 2 hour talk and the beginning of something real. So, the next time you feel stuck in a boring chat, try this. Ask her, what's your story? You might be surprised how fast a real connection starts to grow. 2, what are you most passionate about right now? This question cuts straight through the noise. It's not just about hobbies or interests, it's about what lights her lesson 2 up at this moment in her life. When you ask a woman what she's most passionate about right now, you're not just asking what she does in her free time. You're tapping into what drives her, what inspires her, and what gives her life deeper meaning. Maybe it's a project she's building, a cause she supports, a creative pursuit, or a personal goal she's chasing. Whatever it is, her answer will give you a glimpse into her world and what matters most to her heart. And people love talking about their passions because it makes them feel seen, appreciated, and understood. This question also gives you a great opportunity to connect on an emotional Lesson 3 level. You'll see her eyes light up, hear the energy in her voice change, and maybe even watch her lean in with excitement. That energy is contagious. You become the guy who gets it, who doesn't just want small talk, but wants to understand what fuels her. Let's say she says, I've been really into photography lately. I'm trying to start a side hustle shooting portraits. Now you've got a natural follow up. What do you love most about capturing people in photos? Boom. You're in a deep, meaningful exchange. The beauty of this question is its flexibility. It works on first dates, long phone calls, or even in casual conversations. It shifts the vibe from surface level to soulful. And in a world full of generic texts and shallow talks, asking about someone's passion shows you're playing a different game. 3. What's something you've always wanted to do but haven't yet? This question isn't just about dreams. It's about vulnerability, curiosity, and that quiet part of someone's heart that doesn't get talked about often. When you ask a woman this, you're not just asking her bucket list. You're asking her to open up about the things that matter deeply but haven't yet happened. And that's a powerful space to explore. She might say she's always wanted to move to another country, write a book, start a business, or even go skydiving. Whatever it is, the answer reveals her deeper desires, the kind that don't always come out in everyday conversation. These are the things people keep tucked away because life, fear, or routine got in the way. And here's the beauty. Once she shares that dream, you've instantly created an emotional bond. You're not just another guy asking, "So, what kind of music do you like?" You're the one who made her reflect. You're the guy who saw something deeper in her and gave her permission to speak it out loud. You can build on this by asking, "What's holding you back?" Or, "What do you think it would feel like if you finally did it?" Lesson 4. These follow-ups show empathy and spark a richer dialogue, often one that lingers in her mind long after the conversation ends. This kind of talk builds intimacy. It makes her think not just about herself, but about you. Why? Because in a world where most people ask the same 5 questions, you asked her something she's probably never voiced out loud. And trust me, that kind of man is unforgettable. 4. What's the most unexpected lesson life has taught you? Now, this is where things get real. It's raw, it's human, and it opens the door to stories filled with lessons, pain, growth, and surprising wisdom. When you ask a woman about the most unexpected lesson life has taught her, you're giving her a space to reflect on her journey, not just the pretty moments, but the real, unfiltered ones. Maybe she learned the hard way that not everyone who smiles has good intentions. Or maybe she discovered that letting go of control can lead to the most beautiful changes. These stories don't just reveal what she's been through. They show you how she thinks, how she heals, and how she grows. This question is like emotional excavation. You're digging beneath the surface to find the roots of her beliefs and the turning points in her story. And when someone shares that kind of insight with you, it builds trust fast. She's not just sharing facts, she's sharing her transformation. Imagine, she says, "I learned that being alone doesn't mean being lonely. I used to chase people just to fill the silence, but now I've learned to enjoy my own company." That response right there, that's gold. It opens up a whole conversation about independence, self-worth, and emotional growth. And the best part, it shows that you're not afraid of real talk, that you can handle more than surface level charm. You're someone who values lessons, scars, and the beauty found in struggle. That's rare, and in today's world, rare is magnetic. 5. If you could relive one day in your life, what would it be? This question is a gateway to nostalgia and emotional memory. It's not just about fun, it's about feeling. When you ask a woman what day she'd relive, you're really asking what moment in your life brought you so much joy, meaning, or clarity that you wish you could experience it again. She might talk about a childhood memory, a day spent with a loved one, a travel adventure, or even something as simple as a peaceful afternoon she'll never forget. And as she tells the story, you'll watch her emotionally time travel. Her face softens, her voice slows down, and you see the emotion behind her words. This is powerful because it reveals what she values most. Is it family, freedom, achievement, love, fun? The day she chooses and how she tells the story will show you more than a resume or list of interests ever could. It also creates an opportunity for you to open up, too. You can say that's beautiful for me. It would be the time and now you're both sharing meaningful moments. That's real connection. Not forced, not cheesy, just honest and human. This question taps into a shared truth. We all have moments we wish we could bottle up and return to. When you ask about hers, you're showing that you want to understand her story, not just her opinions or preferences. In a world of swipe culture and speed dating, this question slows everything down. It invites reflection. It creates warmth and it tells her that you're the kind of man who wants to feel life deeply, not just skim through it. 6. What's something most people don't know about you? Here's where things get a little mysterious. In a good way. This question invites her to peel back a layer to show a side of herself that doesn't usually come out in everyday conversations. It could be a hidden talent, a childhood memory, a secret dream, or even a quirk she usually keeps to herself. When you ask this, you're signaling two things. First, that you're genuinely curious. Second, that you can handle intimacy and uniqueness. You're saying, I don't just want the version of you that the world sees, I want the side you don't always show. She might say something lighthearted like, most people don't know I can solve a Rubik's Cube in under a minute. Or something deeper like, I have major imposter syndrome even though people think I'm super confident. Either way, what she shares reveals her humanity, and that's what builds closeness. This is also a perfect moment for playfulness. You can follow up with, really? That's wild. Okay, my turn. Something most people don't know about me is that back and forth banter creates a flow that's fun, personal, and emotionally rich. It's in these small confessions that real bonds form. They feel like secrets, and sharing secrets, even innocent ones, creates a sense of trust and closeness. It tells her that with you, she doesn't have to perform. She can just be. And in today's world, where people wear masks daily, being the guy who invites authenticity, that's unforgettable. So, there you have it, fellas. 6 deep questions that aren't just about making conversation. They're about creating connection. These aren't pickup lines. These are soul lines. They show her that you're not afraid to go beyond the surface, that you're a man who sees value in more than looks, and that you want something real, even if it starts with just one honest conversation. Remember, you don't have to ask all of these at once. Sprinkle them in naturally. Let the moment guide you. It's not about checking off a list, it's about being present, listening with intention, and letting the connection unfold without force. Because the truth is, any guy can start a conversation. But the man who makes her feel seen, that's the one she won't forget. So the next time you're talking to a woman, whether it's on a date, at a coffee shop, or through a screen, don't just ask what her favorite movie is. Ask her what sets her soul on fire. Ask her what she dreams of. Ask her what makes her feel alive. That's how you stand out. That's how you connect. That's how you lead with value. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more real talk like this, and drop a comment below with the question you're going to try first. Or even better, tell us how it went. Until next time, stay sharp, stay grounded, and keep leading with depth. Peace.